Hello everybody and welcome back to another Triple Crown Wargaming video with myself, the Oracle, and today we are talking about the ninth and final first impression from what we've seen online so far for the Warriors of Chaos. Now, at the time of recording and release, we are but one day away from the old world finally being out. It's been a long old wait, it's been literally years. And I myself am very excited. I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on all the new models, getting involved, starting a new army, all that jazz. But today we are going to talk about Warriors of Chaos. I do have a Warriors of Chaos army, so I'm quite excited to see how they're going to look this edition. I think they're going to be different, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. So, without further ado, I'm going to get straight into it, and I'm going to start with the Chaos Lord. Now, specifically, obviously, like in very similar veins, all the other videos, I'm going to talk about 5 things that I'm looking forward to seeing on the battlefield, how they're going to be looking, what they are compared to how they previously were. So, anyway, back to it. The Chaos Lord, but specifically the Chaos Lord on a dragon. Now, if we look at the Chaos Lord's stat line from Potato Cam, as we've seen online, but the Chaos Lord is now looking at Weapon Skill 7, Strength and Toughness 5, with 4 wounds, Initiative 6, 5 attacks, and Leadership 9. I mean, it's a crazy good stat line. It's not quite as good as it was, though. They have, whilst they've gained a wound, which I think is massive, a 4th wound on the Chaos Lord is serious. They have lost a point of weapon skill, and they have also lost a point of initiative. But I think that weapon skill and initiative is something that's pretty much come down universally across the board now. So that's kind of to be expected. They've got quite a few special rules, sorry. So they've got Chaos Armor 5+ now, which obviously previous editions Chaos Armor was 4+ armor save. Whereas in this edition, Chaos Armor is now just heavy armor, so it's a 5+. But the represented number is also a ward save. So, for example, Chaos Lords have Chaos Armor 5+, meaning that they have heavy armor, and they're also granted a 5+ ward save, which is very nice because it does seem that ward save access is not the easiest in this edition. So, that's always a good thing, which is nice. Obviously, slightly less on the armor save, but they come with a baked-in ward save. Now, they're still only Leadership 9, which what they always were. So it doesn't look like there's any access to Leadership 10 in the Warriors of Chaos Army, bar maybe a Demon Prince, but I can't be certain on that one. But yes, I mean, a Chaos Lord is going to be very good, really high initiative, so even if you're charging him initiative 6, there's going to be lots of stuff that he's still going first with, which is going to be really harsh, especially when you start talking about putting him on a Chaos Dragon. Now, Chaos Dragons are going to be scary. From what we've seen so far, Chaos Dragon is Weapon Skill 6, Strength 7 with 6 attacks, which is a serious amount. Obviously, double Breath Weapon, which is really good. They're -2 AP in combat, which is very good. But they give your Lord +1 Toughness and +6 wounds. So your Lord goes to Toughness 6 with 10 wounds, which is crazy. He's going to be so hard to shift. Now it looks, you're paying a premium for that. You're looking at nearly 500 points base for a Lord on Dragon. So you are paying for that luxury. But what a luxury it is, I think that a lot of people are really going to struggle against that. Now, obviously, the Chaos Dragon did exist in the previous edition. It was Strength Toughness 6, 6 attacks, Weapon Skill 6. So looking at it now, it's Strength 7 with 6 attacks and Weapon Skill 6. So relatively similar. Obviously, he's got a double Breath Weapon. Now, they don't produce a Chaos Dragon. They haven't for a very long time. They haven't anymore. So what I am looking forward to is people's conversions of what their Chaos Dragon is going to look like. That's going to be really cool to see from a hobby perspective. I'm excited to see people modelling Chaos Lords on dragons. If we may well see one in the future. We don't know, but I'm certainly excited for what people are going to do with that. But without further ado, I'm going to get on to my second choice, which I think is a very interesting one. It's actually Forsaken. So I wasn't a massive fan of Forsaken in the previous edition. They were okay. I think they were a bit expensive for what they did, in my opinion. But I actually think now they're going to be. I think they're going to be good. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing them on the battlefield. So stat line, the previous stat line. That's the beauty of playing 8th, is that you can still see all the old stat lines. But the previous stat line was weapon skill 4, strength and toughness 4, initiative 4 with D3 attacks. And now, from what we can tell, they are weapon skill 4, strength and toughness 4 with D3 attacks. So they're the exact same points cost as well, by the looks of it, 19 points. Which is good, to be honest. But they now have they can obviously take their marks, which we've seen the marks online. Khorne is hatred all enemies. Nurgle. Oh, no, sorry. So they get different marks. Excuse me. They are Forsaken. They don't have marks. They have special rules. So Forsaken of Khorne have the hatred all enemies special rule. That seems really good because access to rerolls doesn't look like it's going to be as prevalent as it was in this as it was in the previous edition. So that seems really good to me. Forsaken of Nurgle, they have fear. Yeah, I'm not sure that's all that good. Forsaken of Slaanesh, they have Swift Stride. Now I think Swift Stride is going to be a massive rule in this edition, getting in and making those charges. So again, Khorne and Slaanesh looking really good so far. And then finally, Forsaken of Tzeentch, the unit has magic res -3. Wow. Okay, so I mean, you're just not going to cast. You're going to really struggle to cast spells on that unit. It would have, that effectively, from what we can tell, turns a level 4 wizard into a level 1 wizard trying to cast spells on them. That's really good. Khorne, Slaanesh, Tzeentch, any of those are good. They've got Chaos Armor 5+, so they're getting heavy armor and a 5+ wall save. Ensorcelled weapons, Furious Charge. They're looking really good, man. Rampant Mutations as well. So at the start of when this unit's combat is being chosen. Okay, so this changes each combat by the looks of it. On a 1 or a 2, you get Venomous Fangs. The unit gains poisoned attacks. That's fantastic, especially if you're running Khorne, because you're re-rolling all those hits, those miss, more chances for poison. That's a 1 or a 2. A 3 or a 4, Razor Talons. All of the unit's attacks have an armor-piercing characteristic of -2. That's okay, because you already get -1 from the ensorcelled weapons. So, it's okay. It's another -1. That's not terrible. 5 or 6, the unit gains the Killing Blow special rule. Wow, okay, that's very good. Killing Blow looks like it's going to affect a lot this edition, more than it did. So that's brilliant. I mean, yeah, 1 or a 2, 5 or a 6, really, they're your best rollouts. You're absolutely laughing on that. Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of Forsaken. I really do. I think they're fantastic. They look like they're going to be really good in this edition, whereas you didn't really see any of them in the last edition. So that's cool. I'm pleased to see that we're going to see those coming back. Yeah, but I mean, on to my next one. Similarly, a unit that you didn't really see in the previous edition was Chaos Spawns. Now, Spawns movement 2d6, strength 4, toughness 5, 3 wounds, d6 plus 1 attacks. Whereas now they are 2d6 movement, strength 4, toughness 5, same as they were. They are d6 attacks now, not d6 plus 1. So they've lost an attack. But they can be spawns of Khorne, Nurgle, Slaanesh, or Tzeentch. So they've got Armor Bane 2, which is very nice. 6 is the wound, obviously, is -2, so they're safe. They've got a Stomp as well, which is cool. So Spawn of Khorne get the have the Killing Blow special rule. Very nice. I think Killing Blow is going to be good, so I think that's a good choice. Spawn of Nurgle with the Poisoned Attack special rule. Again, Poisoned Attack's always good, automatically going through. The only thing is, though, it's a bit disappointing, is that they've got Armor Bane 2. Poison Attack's automatically wounds, so you don't even get the chance to roll on the Armor Bane roll for the 6 to wound. So I'm not actually sure that is very... that doesn't feel like that interacts very well with each other. They kind of make it kind of makes the other useless, so I'm not sure how good the Spawn of Nurgle actually is. Spawn of Slaanesh have the Strike First special rule. I believe that means that you strike at an initiative value of 10, which is very good. So I think that's going to be great. And then Spawn of Tzeentch, they have the Flaming Attacks and Magical Attack special rule. I think that's okay. I think really it's Slaanesh or Khorne as your choices. They've not got all that much in the way of a save, by the looks of it. But I think the positive thing is that well, if they do get there, they're going to hit like a truck. So I think that is worth bearing in mind. So you also obviously the 2d6 movement means that you don't get a charge reaction against them. So that's cool. It means that they're not the toughest in the world. They don't have much in the way of a save at all, but they're fast, and you're not going to be able to stand and shoot them or flee from them. So yeah, I could see more spawns. Yeah, so there's just 2 more units I want to go through. I'm going to quickly run through one of them. The Chosen Knights of Chaos. So I'm excited to see these mainly because they're a brand new unit. They didn't exist before, and I think they're going to be quite good. So I mean, it looks like they are weapon skill 5, strength and toughness 4, initiative 4, 2 attacks apiece. With Chaos Armor 6 up, very nice. They got counter charge, first charge, stubborn and swift stride. So I think that's great. I think you're going to see him hitting people. Obviously, it looks like what we've seen so far is that Chaos have had a bit of a reduction in their initiative across the board. But I think obviously with getting the initiative bonus from charging these days, it's not all that big a deal in my opinion. Having swift stride, it means that you're going to get there on those charges, and so you're going to be getting the boost on the initiative anyway. But it would just be really cool to see how people are going to model these and make these, obviously because they don't exist. I assume that people may well use some of the newer Chaos Knight models for them. But yeah, I'm excited to see Chaos Chosen Knights on the board. Brand new unit. Looking forward to that. And then my final pick of the day is the Hell Cannon. I love the Hell Cannon. I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to do. It's got slightly different in this game. So it's still got all of the special rules in the world. It does have a large target, which is nice because I believe that large target lets you, because obviously he's got shooting attack, I believe large target lets you ignore the line of sight rules, which could be helpful, but I can't be certain on that one. But I think he's going to be good either way. He's still strength 5 and 10, as he always was. But he's minus 2 AP on the burst, minus 5 AP under the hull, which is very, very good. But obviously he's only D3 moves, D3 wounds these days, as a lot of artillery has been reduced in its output of damage. So, it's a bit of a shame to see that change like that. But it does now have a different misfire chart. So, when it misfires now, on a 1, the demon breaks loose. Every unit within 3d6 takes d6 strength 5 hits with AP minus 1. And then it dies. So if you misfire and roll a 1, you just blow up. Yes, I mean, that's obviously a scary prospect for the user. Chomp, which is 2-4. The Hell Cannon's handlers are sucked towards the furnace. The ravenous demon horde. Remove one of the handlers. That always existed either way. So I think it used to be D3 rather than 1, so that's quite nice. And then 5 or 6 is Blood. The Hell Cannon breaks its chains, immediately moving 3d6 inches forward as if it were subject to the random move special rule, and as if this were in the compulsory move subphase. So on a 5 to a 6, it just goes barreling forward. It can still shoot the next turn. There isn't really anything that stops it from shooting. Which I think that seems very good to me. It's got a regen, it's got armor bane, it's got impact hits, it's terror, unbreakable, monster handlers. I'm not sure how that interacts in this edition, so that's going to be something to think about. But yeah, either way, I think the Hell Cannon seems good compared to how it was. It doesn't seem too different, but I think obviously with a slight change to the misfire chart. Yeah, I'm excited. I love the Hell Cannon. I really, I think it's such a cool model. So I'm looking forward to see that coming back, seeing people's hobby on it. Really, to be honest, it's one of the biggest things I'm excited about with this edition is just seeing a return to those big rank and flank square bases. People doing really awesome hobby, getting stuff looking great, and I think that's one of the big things I'm excited about for this edition. But yeah, for me, those are my top 5 Warriors of Chaos picks. Now, hopefully, you guys agree. Hopefully you think that's quite cool. Hopefully you think I've put forward some astute points today. But also similarly, there's probably people thinking, no, I'm still not going to take that, mate. And if that is the case, please, either way, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, what you're looking forward to and what you are least looking forward to. But for now, thank you very much for listening, and I will see you next time.
Remember to tag your friends and like, subscribe and share. Then head over to triplecrownwargaming.com and become a Knight of the Realm today.
What are you doing, mate?
You alright? Do it for Warhammer!